In today's video, we'll be replacing some air vent duct covers. And it seems like a simple job, and it really is, but there are some things you have to consider. So let's take a look at it. For example, this duct is in the middle of a hallway, and you can see it goes in 4 directions. All 4 directions, this is blowing air. But this duct is not centered, it's near a wall. So you really don't want air blowing against the wall. They did have one originally installed that did that. So it doesn't, I guess you can close it off, but it doesn't suit this room as well. So we have a solution. This replacement vent only goes in 3 directions. So this is what I want to use. That way it's going to direct the air where I want it. The next consideration is what size. Do I simply measure around the vent? Maybe, but not necessarily. When I measure this, it's 10 inches square, but I have to consider more than that. I really want to go underneath and see what the ductwork is like behind this. Here's the old vent cover, and as you can see, this is recessed quite a bit into that vent work. This is about 3 or 3.5 inches deep. Now you can solve that pretty easily by just getting a flat cover, and you can screw it right over that. It could even probably screw right into the drywall because there's not going to be any weight or any pressure on it. It's on the ceiling, no one's going to be tugging on it or pulling on it. But if you're going to get something that you want to fit, just like the older one, the original one, you want to get something that is going to accommodate an 8-inch duct, which is what I have right here. So you can see this isn't quite as deep, but it is 8 inches, so this should fit really well. The next thing to look for is if the holes line up. Now, this hole on this side is screwing right into the ductwork. This one, I have no idea what that's kind of missing, but it probably goes into the ductwork on that side as well. So the holes are the same size on the old cover as the new, so I'm just going to screw them right back in. This is the old screw, the new one is identical, a little longer, and these are sheet metal screws. So they'll screw right into that ductwork or pretty much anything. If you had to, you could even put an anchor in there and screw this into the anchor. While you have these off, it might be a good time to clean out your ductwork. Run a vacuum down there. Ours looks pretty clean. Let's take a quick look at this. These fins control the direction of the air. And on the back, these dampers control how much flow, how much air is allowed in. And typically these dampers are controlled by a lever. Right here is that lever. So that might be hidden by the fin, so just be aware that that's there. Moving that will open and close those dampers. And you can see my screws floating around in there. I'm gonna make sure I get those out so I can hang this up. And that is so much better. Nice and clean and rust-free. And the air is being guided in the right direction.